What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fairy Fountain podcast. As always, I'm joined by my co-host Slime. Today we'll be talking about everything that happened in the month of April, including the launch of Switch Sports, Xenoblade 3 actually getting pushed up instead of delayed, Splatoon 3's release date, the Sonic movie, and the recent delay of the Mario movie into next year, as well as a bunch of other stuff that happened in the month of April and some game releases. So how have you been?
I've been pretty good. I recently finished Super Mario 3D World. Well, just like Champions Road. And
Nice.
3D All-Stars, I finished Galaxy pretty much. The only thing I have left to do is Toy Time Purple Coins. I've never beaten Galaxy, so this is the first time for me.
You're breaking my heart. It's like my favorite 3D Mario
it's
game.
mine too, but like I just never finished that as a kid. I just love existing.
I will go through that game like once a year and just get all 120 stars.
Really?
I adore that game.
My once a year thing is 3D Land, actually, because it's nice pick up and play, good summer game, and you can get all the star coins.
I played through it when it first came out, and I go back to it here and there, but I think these days I'm just more likely to pick up 3D World.
Yeah, but that one, my problem with 3D World is that I get bored unless I have friends with me, because that's how I kind of, when it came out, it was like a summer, well, it came out during the holiday, but I really started playing in the summer. I was at my family's house, it was just like multiplayer game, and then when I played it solo, I was like, I'm just playing this game to play it, aren't I? And then like the latter half of the game is actually really freaking hard. Like
it is
pretty much not as Sunshine frustrating, but it's on par with Perfect Run, I'd say.
I need to actually finish Sunshine. Like I got really close in the All Stars collection, but I went back to Galaxy and I just didn't look back.
I've never touched that game. I played 64 a little bit, or as a kid, prior to YouTube. 64, love Sunshine, or Galaxy and Galaxy 2. 64 DS is the version I grew up with.
That's fair.
Sunshine just didn't even want to mess with it. Then when I started playing it for the first time, I got it on GameCube from Bookman's. I don't know if you've heard of that. I think it might be a thing, just a thing here. It's basically like a book trade, game trade.
Okay, I got that.
I got Sunshine from there. I was like, this is fucking horrible. The controls were awful. And then I played it on 3D All-Stars, and I'm like, yep, this is exactly how I remember it. It's pretty bad.
Fair. That's fair.
Me and my cousin got like the first shine. We're like, fuck this. So, but that's about it.
Speaking of game releases, though, did you pick up Switch Sports?
Oh, yes. I totally blanked on that. Fuck yeah, that's fucking the best thing this month. It is so good. Yeah, I've been having a blast with it. I need people to play with, like, online. Oh my god, I had the craziest badminton match online. Like, it lasted so long. I'm like, what is this? Like, I was like, okay, these are real people, obviously, but it was just so fun.
I don't know why they added badminton and tennis. I think they could have been just fine without tennis.
Wait. Without tennis?
Yeah, we don't need it.
We don't have Wii Sports Port on Switch. We need tennis.
You're telling me we have badminton and tennis, but they're making us wait 5-6 months for golf?
I don't know why we're waiting for golf. That's a different story.
They're slowly rolling it out, but I really enjoy the game. Bowling is fantastic. I like soccer a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Mm.
And badminton's a lot of fun, but volleyball and tennis, they're just not meshing with me, especially because we have so many tennis games on Switch.
I honestly prefer this to Aces. And I don't
really,
even know any other
I do
one.
not agree at all with that.
I've always preferred Wii Sports Tennis to any other tennis game. I'm not a big Mario spin-off guy, so this is like my sports game. And then badminton is just like super accurate, but once you figure out like the purple shot, it's like, oh, it's all over. All the fun's gone.
Yeah, that's fair.
With bowling's a lot of fun. I've never gotten a turkey, or is that what it's called? Whatever the
Three strikes.
Yeah, I got a trip. Let me check. I think it was like a triple turkey or whatever it's called.
9 burrow.
They don't call it that, but I have it in my album. I was like, what the? No, 5-bagger. I'm sorry. They call it a 5-bagger.
I've never gotten that, so I didn't even know what that was called.
Yeah, so I got a 5-bagger, and I was like, I've never played this good in my entire life, real life, or in Wii Sports. Soccer is a lot of fun too. I didn't know you have to find the leg strap version. It's in the local multiplayer mode, but only in single player. It's like weird.
Oh,
yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's not online, obviously.
Oh yeah.
And then
that was the one thing I never tried. I didn't have any interest in doing it.
It was pretty fun doing the motion controls, but it's you mainly use the stick to walk around, so it's just like kind of weird.
Right.
What else? Volleyball. I tried to like actually spike with it, and I jumped up and hit my ceiling. And I was like, what the hell? I was actually really getting into that. What was the other sport?
Chimbara.
Oh fuck yeah, that one's the best one. Me and my friend.
It's good.
We it was like an anime fight, dude. Like it was insane. It was so fun. Like we were trying to figure. Like I already knew how to play, but then he was trying to figure it out. And once we did, we were just like going back and forth. It was so fun.
It's honestly, it's one of my favorites. I don't play it as much as I should. I always go to bowling or soccer, but it's a great time nonetheless.
And you can pick. You don't if you pick two swords or whatever. The other person doesn't have to have two swords, which means they can.
I was surprised by that.
Kick your ass with one sword. So. It's so fun. That's probably like the best sport. The best new. I say new, but I've never played Wii Sports Resort, so I don't know that.
Yeah. But for a game that a lot of people were criticizing, I think it turned out pretty damn well.
Yeah, no, it's super fun, but it died pretty quickly, unfortunately, in the eyes of the public. I haven't seen anybody talk about it.
I think it's going to be a game that people are constantly buying. It's still selling extremely well, especially over in Japan. I think that's staying true worldwide, and
they just made
won't be something people talk about. It'll just be something people are constantly playing with their families.
Yeah, it's just a small nitpicks here and there. Like Sportsmates are cool and all, but just like why, slowly rolling them out. Why, they could have made this like the biggest sports game. They could have just added everything from resort, everything from club, everything from I don't know. They're missing a couple sports. They could have made it the ultimate Wii Sports game, but they chose not to. But they've always made weird mistakes with the Wii Sports franchise, like Club, whatever the fuck that was. I don't even know.
Fake.
And
that game was bad.
They didn't market Resort because I've heard it's really good, but I've never played it. So
I marketed Resort like crazy.
I did not. I was not
Resort
a part
sold
of that.
Like apparently. I think 20-30 million.
Hold on,
let me numbers real quick.
I didn't know it existed until middle of the Wii U era.
No, legit. I got that game like early on because we needed a new Wii remote, and it came with the Wii Motion Plus.
I don't even have any of those either. I have all my original Wii remotes.
Resort is the third best-selling game on the Wii.
Really?
33.14 million.
I don't know. I guess I was just under
Mario
a rock.
Kart Wii is sandwiched in there, but it's Wii Sports, Mario Kart Wii, then Wii Sports Resort.
All right, whatever.
No, that game sold like crazy, especially because of the Wii Sports hype.
It was sold.
The amount of content, and then the Wii remote.
It was sold with the Wii 2.0 too, I think.
Yeah, the Motion Plus. Yeah.
Or with the one without. They removed something from that before the Wii Mini. I forgot.
The GameCube? No.
Oh yeah, it was that. It was the GameCube support. Yeah, that's what it was.
But I don't think Nintendo Switch Sports is going to come nearly to 30 million, but I think it could get a smooth 10-15 lifetime, and that's nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, it's just I think it actually satisfied that nostalgia bone, except for like little details here and there, like throwing the ball backwards or the guy saying "nice shot" and things like that.
Nice cock.
Nice cock. But I always think of sorry, I'm echoing in the back, but
you're all good.
There's a bowling meme where it's like in 144p and the guy bowls and the bowling pins jump over the bowling ball and it says "fuck you" and it plays the NFL theme song, and so I always just imagine like the guy saying "fuck you."
It's I haven't played it as much as I want to, but it is a lot of fun. I've had a couple
Yeah.
of game nights with friends and stuff, and it's been a blast.
This is basically all I've wanted since 51 Worldwide Classics, and this is pretty much it. It satisfies my
Remember
hunger.
really early on in the year that Emily Rogers was like teasing a 1-2 Switch sequel? I'm so happy it wasn't
Oh
that.
yeah, for sure. I still don't have 1-2 Switch or snipper
Oh,
clips, so
I bought it early on just because I wanted a bigger collection of games. It's not worth it.
yeah. Well, yeah, this is great. It's amazing.
But this was honestly a very busy month for Nintendo because not only did we get a new game from them, we got news of not one but two release dates. The first being for Xenoblade 3, which was originally scheduled for sometime in September, is now coming out July 29th. Are you excited for Xenoblade at all?
I still haven't played them, but I own all of them, and I would love to. I want to play 3, but probably after I get to 1 and 2. But
That's fair.
what's more surprising about this is the fact that it's done. The fact that it's actually ready to be shipped. That's, well,
Yeah.
more or less. But like,
It's
this is a fucking huge game, and as far as we know, there's rumors going around currently that it's gonna be open world. Which
yeah, I heard about that.
I thought the original Xenoblade was open world. If this is gonna be open world, who knows what the fuck? Because Monolith Soft is known for their giant ass world.
Monolith is crazy. Like, how are you helping with Breath of the Wild 2, remastering Xenoblade 1, and getting this out?
And whatever else they're working on too.
Like, you do not see games getting pushed up with release dates.
Never, ever.
And I'll talk about this theory a tiny bit after we talk about Splatoon 3's release date, but I think there's something more coming in the holiday season window if they're willing to push Xenoblade up.
Yeah, and again, the placement of it still doesn't make sense either. Like,
I think that Splatoon 3 needed more time, and they were like, hey, we need something out for the summer. We can't have nothing in the summer and then 2 games in like the September, October window.
They do have Battle League, but I don't know if that's big enough.
Not to push an entire summer, and neither is Three Hopes.
Yeah. But then also, like, Splatoon as well, that's, even if it wasn't ready, that's like the titular summer game, you know? It's like, it screams summer vibes.
Splatoon 3 is coming out September 9th, which I know it's back to the school season, but it's technically still summer.
I get
Only by like a week and a half, 2 weeks. It is still technically summer. They did not lie.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm excited for both of these games.
Too.
I finally played through Splatoon 1, and I'm about 2 worlds into Splatoon 2. I'm not really worried about the online, because I know I'm not going to get good at that. I'm not a huge fan of third-person shooters anyway, but the story mode is pretty fun, so it's not really so focused on the, PvP, so a little story, a little platforming. It's pretty fun.
Well, I've been trying to beat Xenoblade 1 for the better part of 7-8 years now. I played it the first time when it came out on the new 3DS. I got like 10 hours in, and I just could not get the battle mechanics. I picked it up when Definitive came out. I dropped it after like 15, 20 hours just because I was bored. I'm back on it now, and I'm 40 hours in. I'm hoping to have it finished before 3 comes out because 3 looks fantastic, and I really want to play it.
I'm scared to jump back into 1. I played it for like 5 minutes, and I'm just like, I don't get these RPG mechanics because, again, I grew up with Mario and Luigi, Super Paper Mario.
So did I.
So I was just like, and Pokemon as well. So I'm just like, what is happening? So
it didn't help that 2 was the first one I played to completion, so it's kind of going from 2 to 1 feels like a little bit of a step down.
2 is pretty similar still. Like, it has the auto attack type stuff.
Yeah, but the fighting mechanics feel, at least in my mind, a little more streamlined. I don't know. That might have just been
as
me
far
being
as I can
forgetful.
tell,
I haven't played
with
the game in like 5 years.
The little bit of Xenoblade 2, it's like 10 times more complicated because now instead of like, you have so many different blades and you have to master each individual one. With this one, you just have like what grand total like 6 characters.
6, yeah.
With like
that's fair.
1 skill tree for each instead of a billion blades, and they all have different abilities depending on which character you play.
Yeah, you got me there. That's a fair point.
But nonetheless, on top of Poppy, which is a whole ass other system, and Pedo Bait apparently.
But Nintendo's summer is looking extremely strong, and we haven't even had our summer direct yet. But we've got Mario Strikers, Fire Emblem Three Hopes in June, and then Xenoblade in July. Nothing in August yet. We'll see. And Splatoon in September. This is
Yep.
a phenomenal summer lineup.
For them, and also for me, because I don't get to spend a dime until July. So
That's fair. So we also got rumblings about Bandai Namco working on a remaster for. Is it confirmed to be a remaster?
yes,
I think it's like the wording of the job
it was
listing.
just remaster and then 3D action were like the
Okay,
two.
yeah. So it's going to be a 3D action game. They're working on it with Nintendo. People are speculating Kid Icarus Uprising.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't want to get my hopes up.
Yeah, and also there's no way Sakurai doesn't have hands on that. There's no way.
There is a chance he does. It could be a support role, but
yeah, even
we know he's back to working.
Yeah, he said that he doesn't want to do Kid Icarus again, which I would take him at his word on it. He's like the only person that has told the truth in Nintendo. Like Nintendo is saying, no, we're not working on another DSi. Sakurai, there won't be any more characters after this. There wasn't any more characters after this. So listen to Sakurai. Like,
I'm not
there won't be any video game characters. So
I honestly don't know what this could be if it's not Uprising. I don't think there's anything on like the magnitude of that would get people excited. And Sakurai has a history of working with Bandai. What was that?
Star Fox Adventure, does that count?
I heard people talking about that. I don't think that's how you reintroduce Star Fox.
I just don't know what other 3D action games Nintendo has. Unless, if it's not a remaster, it could be cool if they brought back some other older franchises. Like, I don't know, run and gun duck hunt game.
Ooh, I wouldn't hate that. I'd be down for that.
Or Ice Climbers, or I don't know, one of their super duper. What is that one failed game that they had that they repurposed into Donkey Kong? That was like a shooter. It was like Xevious, right?
I know it literally. It was in the Scott the Woz video last night.
Yeah, that's why I thought of it yeah.
I know which one you're talking about though, but I don't know. The only reason I think people are leaning so heavily into Kid Icarus is because it is Bandai Namco. Sakurai is known to work with Bandai.
Yeah, it still doesn't make sense to me in my head because I just don't. What if it's a remaster? What are they doing? How much are they?
I'm taking the wait and see approach. Like I'm gonna try to forget about this until it gets announced.
It's the same thing with the 3D Donkey Kong thing. It's just like we'll see when it happens.
That's the thing. I don't think it's gonna be a 3D Donkey Kong. I have a strong theory. We can talk about this later, but I have a theory it's gonna be a 2D DK, and they're working on a 3D Mario because there's two teams. We got a couple years back. They were hiring for a 2D project and a 3D project.
I just feel bad for Retro because Retro is doing such a good job. They deserve a trilogy. So I know they're working on
after the reception of Tropical Freeze initially. I think they're quite happy to be back with Metroid.
Wait,
but I agree.
Don't people love Tropical Freeze?
They do, but when it was first announced, people were pissed.
About what?
That it wasn't Metroid. It got announced.
Why don't I?
And they're like, "You're making another fucking Donkey Kong game. This team is so talented. What the fuck are you doing?"
And I think a lot of people probably prefer the Return series to Prime. As far as in my circles, I hear more people talking about.
I think you could divide some heads there. I think that could go either way.
All right. Well,
but
I don't know. I really don't know what this could be, to be honest.
We'll see what it is when it gets announced in a year or two, or who knows.
If at all.
But I know you had a whole discussion about the Sonic movie, so...
What are your thoughts?
Do you have any, quick thoughts, or can I ramble?
Again, context, if you didn't watch that episode, I'm not a Sonic fan, but I've loved both of the Sonic movies. Something that we'll talk about next month about Sonic will be fucking amazing, but we'll get to that. I know it's not really video game news, but it's still hilarious. No, it's a great movie. Knuckles was written all right. He's like in between classic Knuckles and Boom Knuckles. He's still kind of an idiot. He's gullible, and that's obviously his character, but sometimes he's like a genuine idiot in this movie, which sometimes could be funny.
Right.
I'm not as harsh as Arlo as far as I've heard. How bad he critiqued
I didn't
that
even
movie.
watch that video. I saw that video immediately get like
Damn.
groups-ified online. And I was like, I'm not going near that.
But if you are a Sonic fan, this is definitely the better of the two. Two is definitely better than one, and the fan service is through the roof. So
No, I had a great time with 2. Obviously, it had its issues, but I think this is the best crafted video game movie I have ever seen, and
yeah.
I am so happy to see that Sonic at least is getting some home runs in the movie market if they can't in gaming.
Yeah, but again, I feel like this is starting small. We still could get really good with it.
I think Sonic's on the upward turn.
We got Pokemon and Sonic and Mario, which are all kids type movies, and then we got Mortal Kombat and Resident Evil again, apparently. Which I didn't know they had live action movies, which they were both pretty good. They were on the same level as I would say Detective Pikachu, but most people had a lot of criticisms with them compared to the original game.
I quite liked Uncharted too, but I know that one has its own list of issues.
And also bias.
Yeah. A little bit.
There's the Tomb Raider movie too, but I feel like that doesn't really count. I don't know.
It was good. It did not feel like a video game movie.
What else? Oh, Halo. Fuck that. We're not even gonna talk about that ever.
I watched it.
They reveal his face, so that should tell you something.
I heard he has sex.
In front of Cortana too.
Scandalous. That's great. But to make this all about Nintendo, because that's what Nintendo likes to do, Nintendo got scared and delayed their Mario movie to next spring.
I think my personal theory is that the Sonic movie came out, and then they had their script, which got leaked, which is why it got leaked, probably, because they're like, this is not good. And so it got leaked, and then people are looking at it, and they're like, this is all right, but Nintendo's probably like, or Miyamoto more specifically is probably like, not, if people like the Sonic movie, they're not going to like this.
Right.
Which I guess we could talk about the leaked script as well if you want to.
Let's not just avoid spoilers, because I do think that's true information.
Do you think they're going to keep that? You don't think they scrapped that and that's why it was leaked?
They only delayed the movie like 3-4 months. I really don't think they can scrap the entire plot.
It's just...
I think that's what it's going to be. I just think they're going to polish it a little bit more.
If you want to hear the script, watch... Is it... No, it's not Jeff Grubb. Who did it? It was on a stream and they just did the whole thing.
I thought it was Jeff Grubb.
It is Jeff Grubb? Okay, that's what
I think so.
Watch his video on it if it's still
It's
up.
an easy Google search away, and it's got a lot of info.
We also don't want to get in trouble either. Because
yes,
if not Nintendo striking us down, it would be Universal, and Universal is just as scary, if not scary.
You'll have a minion bust through your door in the middle of the night.
Has no one talked about this? Wasn't Universal the one that sued Nintendo because of Donkey Kong?
Way back in the day.
Did we talk about this?
I don't think so. Might have been.
Did they just forget, or they just like, this is our way of?
Well, that was 40 years ago. It's water under the bridge. Let's make some money together.
I don't know.
But so I think it's coming out in April next year, if I'm correct.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so it's about a 3.5-4 month delay. It's nothing major.
We're still waiting on the FNAF and what is it, a Minecraft movie trailers. Oh, that was supposed to come out this month.
We're still going forward.
That Minecraft movie was supposed to come out May 4th this year, and it didn't happen.
I don't.
People want.
I don't want to see either of those.
Who did they say that they wanted?
Was it Jason Momoa?
Yeah.
Yep.
That he is not Steve. I don't know what.
No. If that man is Jason, if that man is Steve, I'm gonna go to that movie just to laugh my ass off the entire time.
I just hope that they do like a dungeons or story mode type of thing where they either create a whole new story or create a story based on their spin-off franchises.
No. Momoa wasn't gonna be Steve. He was gonna be one of the characters
Gabriel.
from story mode, I thought.
I think it was Gabriel.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that if they do that, that's pretty easily translated into easier translated into a movie rather than just What do you
I
do
have
with
to see
Minecraft?
Ruben die one more time. I'm walking
No,
out of that theater.
no. Or the wait. Would they do like one episode at a time? Oh God. Oh God.
No, I think if they base it off a story mode, the entire movie would be the first season.
They could base it off of the books too. The ones that
Oh,
that
that's true.
that Gyro or the Order of the Stone series, I think it's called.
Mm, that's true.
Which I think there's 6 books in that series, but I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, that movie will come out eventually,
Yeah.
probably a while after the Mario movie.
After seeing that script, though, I think I am a little bit more excited than I was. But again, that was because I have something to grab onto. We haven't had anything to grab onto this entire time. Would you leave? This is the second time you did this.
Okay. Refocus. The script looks really good. Honestly, I think people are laughing at it, but I think it's quite interesting, actually. I think it'll be fun.
Honestly, if they can, like, if they don't take it super seriously and they say that this is basically like a joke movie, then this would probably be better than Sonic, because it doesn't need fan service. It doesn't need to be, because it said it's a family movie, not really like a kids movie. I think we're up for something pretty good. Like, if they don't take themselves seriously, like especially with
making it. I don't think they know how to take themselves seriously.
But like, Despicable Me's story is kind of like they play jokes or whatever, but like the story is pretty serious most of the time.
Right.
But like if they follow along with this and Chris Pratt's just like with the "Hey, I'm walking here" voice, like come on, it's a joke, right? Like come on.
Yes.
Like I'm looking forward to this now.
I think it'll be a good time when it comes out next year. I'm excited to watch it. I'll be there first weekend.
Yeah.
But in other news, Nintendo made an acquisition. Land.
Oh yeah.
They're in the process of creating a new R&D center right next to their old one. I don't have the technical details in front of me, but I think they're scheduled to have it open sometime in 2028, so 6 years away, so it'll take some time.
Then we'll have 2 Zelda games in a year.
What do you mean that's happening this year?
No.
Yes, it is.
$10 is on the line. Remember that?
You know damn well I'm gonna be right.
Okay.
Anyways,
we're gonna add something on the. I'm just kidding. We're not gonna do that.
This is the way they give us the Switch 2 and the Switch 3 at the same time. One R&D lab is making games for one, and one's making for the other.
No.
But no, this is only a good thing. This is gonna have more jobs for people to fill, more games for us to play.
And if they're still worried
more
about
money goes in their pockets.
If they're still worried about the pandemic, they can also spread people out more too.
That's true.
Because Japan is very, very they have things for illness, so
yeah, they're taking it very seriously because they were the ones that were hit the hardest at the beginning because they didn't know how to work from home.
Mm-hmm.
But it's exciting. It's nice to see Nintendo using their money to expand rather than on more plastic amiibo for me to buy.
Or using their money at all. They don't really seem to do a whole lot.
They don't. They really could be doing a whole lot more, but
they say they're doing more multimedia stuff, but barely anything has happened, so
I think we won't see the fruits of that until after the Mario movie comes out. I think after that it succeeds, they're going to be like, hey, we're working on a Metroid movie, a Zelda animated series or something like that.
I feel like, well, Pokemon's weird too. They spend a lot of money, but they really don't. Like they have their anime, their trading cards or whatnot. Their marketing is pretty expensive, but that's probably like pennies on the dollar for them.
Basically, yeah.
So,
but again, this is something that we'll see way down the line. This will probably be 3-4 years into the next gen system, so we will not see the fruits of this labor probably for 2 console generations. But it's good to see it happening nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
Going into some non-Nintendo news, Kingdom Hearts 4 was officially revealed.
Yeah, baby, this is what I've been waiting for.
And that was it the Nvidia leak? It was some leak with like a bunch of titles that people thought were not happening. Just continues to prove it's real.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know Kingdom Hearts 4 was on this. So
I didn't think. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna happen this soon.
It was more than Kingdom Hearts 4. It was the end of Unchained Key Dark Road, or Union Cross Dark Road, my bad. Which is the mobile game. It was supposed to end at the end of last year, but it's finishing up now. And then there's another game that's a continuation of Dark Road, less about Xehanort, more about what's coming next, called Missing Link, and it's a 3D action game kind of thing with flow motion. I'm actually kind of excited to see how that turns out, because that looks pretty fun. Because the only problem with Unchained and Union Cross and Dark Road is that that's a huge investment, because it's basically an MMORPG and no one wants to play it on the phone. But if this is like a pick up and play type mobile game, then I'm all for it. But then they just decided to say, yep, Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming too. We don't know when, but it's coming. But it's just like, holy shit, my boy, he's an adult, he's not a boy no more. I don't know, but he doesn't have clown shoes anymore. He looks so good, looks really good.
I think they're using Unreal Engine 5 to work on it.
Right now,
which is exciting.
That trailer and what they were originally working with was 4, but after the announcement, they said we're going to translate work over to 5. So, which means it's not coming to Switch.
It ain't coming out when the Switch is relevant.
It's going to come out, it's just going to stream, and it's going to perform worse than 3.
I think it's coming out either 2024, which would be the Switch's, like, sunset year in my mind, or 2025 when the Switch 2 is out and we're just like, okay, can it run on the Switch 2?
Probably no.
Probably not.
It'll probably be, if the Switch is like the Xbox One, then it's probably the Xbox One X. It's not even going to be the Xbox Series X.
No, it won't be. It's whatever, though. I just hope that one of these days we get Kingdom Hearts, at least everything but 3, natively on Switch.
Now that it's on Switch, well, kind of, but I honestly stopped caring because I have it on Xbox. We're waiting now for Persona.
You know, I don't like the logic of, oh, it can't run natively, it's too much work.
It can.
They're making Hogwarts Legacy on Switch natively. Obviously, we don't know how it's gonna look, but it's coming to Switch.
I mean, we don't talk about Fortnite or Apex, do we? We're going to talk about Fall Guys, too, next month, and I don't know how that's going to run either.
I'm optimistic for Fall Guys. I think it'll be fine.
Oh, God.
But anyway.
Fortnite runs so bad on Switch. Oh, my God. Like, you think that's like Apex, I understand why it runs bad, but Fortnite, it's cel-shaded. It looks like a game that, it looks like Mario Odyssey, kind of. But, like, there's no texture on anything. The game barely loads. Oh, and I don't even play Fortnite. It came out in
2018 when people were still hesitant on the Switch. So they were kind of, I'm sure they kind of did like a lazy port job, took a lot from mobile and called it a day.
Yeah. Anyway, now it's, what's next? I'm sorry, wait. Hylian read the script, and what was next shocked you?
When Hylian came to a set of 2 open options, he entered the one that talks about the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. And anyway, they came to a set of 1 open door.
Wait, what are you doing? And then they proceeded to leave the room. I was gonna grab a bucket.
Oh, sorry.
So anyway, bucket game.
Oh, no. I've been waiting for this game since it was announced in 2018 at the Game Awards.
I didn't know it was announced, to be honest.
They announced it like the Smash Ultimate Game Awards, and
that's all I watched.
This is one of my favorite games on Steam, and they finally re-released the Stanley Parable with brand new content on consoles. This game is so good.
Okay, what's funny about this, and what's just funny about the other thing that I'm going to talk about next month, is that this is sort of supposed to be like a meta commentary about re-releases and sequels.
Yep.
And it's basically a sequel. If you're going into this and you never played the Stanley Parable before, you're going to get that, but you're also going to get more content, so much so that it's basically a sequel, and it outright calls itself a sequel halfway through the game. Yeah. So I haven't played it yet. I don't have money right now because I'm going on vacation. But I've watched Jack play it, and it's so good. Like I love the bucket. I want them to release a Stanley Parable 2 bucket with the stickers on it. That would be the greatest piece of merch anyone could do, and it's literally just a hunk of metal.
Smash and give me an amiibo. God.
Bucket and Smash. Oh, that would be
but
great.
No, seriously, do yourself a favor if you have any interest in this game. Pick it up. Experience it. It is such a fun game, especially when you don't have any prior knowledge of what it is. Do whatever you want, and you will get a different ending every time. It's great.
Yep. Oh, and by the way, it's actually a 0 out of 10 game because they decided to remove Portal and Minecraft, 2 of the greatest games of all time, to replace with who knows what game, Firewatch, and
it was a lot smaller when the game first came out, so it was easier to get the licensing. Why Portal?
Portal is a fucking masterpiece. It also
to be fair,
it was released on Steam, wasn't it?
They are still in the game. They have little pictures in the
memory house.
Yep.
I didn't know that. I didn't see.
Yeah, I was watching Matt Pat from Game Theory play the game, and he was like really extensive looking through the room, and they have pictures.
Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't count, but
I know, but still.
I was like, when I watched that scene, I was just like, didn't they have different games here? And then I looked it up. I'm like, what the fuck? They had Minecraft in this game, and I was like, upset.
That was the first ending I went to after doing my usual like just follow everything, and I was like, oh, I'm really happy about the new choices. Yes, I miss Minecraft, but I have a connection to both games they added, so I'm like,
I don't.
This is cool.
Rocket League is like all right. It's one of those games you hop in for 2 seconds, and then Firewatch I've never played. Never even heard of it, actually.
Firewatch.
I thought Firewatch was the sequel to Cars. That's planes.
No, okay. No. You either need to play Firewatch or watch a playthrough of Firewatch. That game is fantastic.
Is there a story?
It's basically a walking simulator.
Oh, okay.
It is all story.
Okay. Maybe one day.
Yeah, but it's good.
And then well, that's the thing though, like the Minecraft ending now, if you think about it, is like a lost ending because they play different. It's a different joke. It's basically a different joke. So
yeah.
And then what else? Because there's I don't know how many endings were in the original game, but imagine how many endings there are. Let's say there's like 30 something. There's just as many endings with the bucket, basically.
I believe there was 18, 19 in the original game, and now there's 40, 41.
Yeah, so you can do most of the endings with the bucket, or if you've got even the new endings that are in the game without the bucket, you can find secrets in those other endings with the bucket.
Great. It really is fantastic. The game takes itself too seriously and not seriously at all at the same time, and it's amazing.
2 of the best moments is when you go back to the sequel area with the bucket after you've unlocked the bucket from going to the sequel area and go to the bucket area. They both fucking explode because it's too powerful. And then there's another part where you find this settings world champion door. You're like, huh, what is that? And you mess with all the settings, and then you get access to the door because you mess with all the settings. You're the settings world champion, and you get a special setting called the bodacious setting or something like that. It's so funny, and it does it well.
Yeah.
It at first it doesn't do anything, but then one random time when you're going through the game, if you have the bodacious setting all the way up, he says, "Dang, why do you have so high bodation? There's so much bodacious going on," or whatever the word is. I don't know what the word is.
Right.
Really, 1,000 whatever.
Yes, it's great. I don't think we're gonna have much to say about these other 2 games, so I'm gonna throw them in right now. We also saw the release of Chrono Cross and Lego Star Wars, both on Switch this month. I haven't played either personally, but I've heard Lego Star Wars is fantastic.
I haven't played Trigger yet, so I want to play that first before I play Cross. And Lego Star Wars is great if you have nostalgia for the original game, and you also like Star Wars, and you also like Legos, and you also like action games, open world games. There's a lot of elements in this game. Just check it out. It's a lot of fun. Very funny.
True.
The only thing that I will say, if you aren't really aware of this game or weren't aware, it's not a remake of the original game. I fell for that trap when it was first getting announced. This is a whole new game. It's still fun, but I'm just kind of missing the original game a little bit sometimes.
They're missing that little bit of nostalgia.
And also their dead black eyes. They don't have those anymore. They have like a white thing on them now. At least it's not as bad as Lego Star Wars 3 where they actually had eyes. But yeah.
Yeah. I've heard good things. I have no interest. I'm not a big Star Wars guy.
It runs good on Switch, so you could be happy about that. But
that is something to be happy about these days.
I think the other versions might have like a little bit of RTX worked into it. I think maybe it has pretty good shading, so especially in those sunsets.
Yeah. Smaller news, but still cool nonetheless. Metroid Dread got its second free update, adding boss rush.
I haven't touched.
Haven't gotten to check it out yet.
I haven't finished it. Haven't touched it since October.
You haven't finished Dread?
I might start over on baby mode.
Hey, you know what? I'll take it. I kind of wish I had baby mode after how long it took me to get through the final boss.
Yeah, I just want to play it. You know, it's again. I will say it feels good, but I'm not good. I can't even beat. I broke my closet door trying to fight the Mega Man 7 boss. I'm not gonna be able to beat Kraid.
Oh my god, Kraid. It took me a minute to realize what I had to do, but after that it was kind of like, alright, you exist, you're fine.
I still can't understand the parry. I'm not getting it.
That's fair. The parry mechanic is something you need, especially at that point onward.
Yep. Unless you cheated and got the bomb thing where you can go through whatever sequence break.
That's true. I don't remember if we talked about this last month, so I included it here. E3 was canceled.
We did, I think.
Okay. Then I'm gonna leave it at that. E3's canceled, so
rumor has it there is still gonna be summer events, but
well, we have Summer Game Fest on the 9th of June. Microsoft's on the 11th to the 12th, and obviously Nintendo will slot themselves in probably in their usual time frame, if not a teeny bit earlier. But we'll have our own discussion on our summer direct predictions, all that jazz, in the next couple weeks. It'll probably come up when the direct actually gets announced.
Yep.
So expect that whenever Nintendo decides to announce Twilight Princess HD.
Or when Nintendo decides to say, hey, Highland, you owe Slime $10.
They aren't going to say that, though. They don't know you. Or they don't know me.
They will get to know us.
Yes, Hey, you know what? You slide into my Twitter DMs after that direct when Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD are in a double pack this October. Give me an IC shop gift card towards my purchase.
What's gonna happen is that I'm gonna DM you, and what I'm gonna say. So my Venmo is.
I'll be like, just wait for me to finish crying, and I'll send it to you.
Did we agree on this year, or did we agree on the direct?
This year, but if it does not get announced in the direct, it's not happening this year.
Okay.
I firmly believe that every big title that's coming out this year will be announced in that summer direct.
Okay. All right.
So I will say if it's announced in this direct, whoever's right owes the winner $10.
Okay.
If it comes out, gets announced for later in the year, $10. Who cares?
Okay.
But yeah.
All
right. Moving on from that, we have a couple of teeny updates to wrap up the show. Mario Golf swings on to N64 NSO this month.
And
Did you try it out?
Care. No.
You know, it was very mean. People kept saying, finally a good Mario Golf game's on the Switch. That's not nice to Super Rush.
What did I watch? I think I watched Ant Dude's video on the Mario sports games, and I've come to realize that all the sports games just suck. Like,
they don't suck. Mario Golf is good.
No,
Everyone's just mean.
Hear me out. This is what they needed to have done. Mario Kart, Mario Party, and Mario Sports. They're Mario spin-offs, not just mainline Mario. They're just a Mario spin-off, which means they're supposed to be a celebration of the entire series. Instead, we have Plum, or let me think, normal grassland as a stage.
Look, I will admit, the 3DS Mario Golf is miles better than Super Rush, but golf is good.
Golf has Plum. Who is Plum?
I don't know. We don't know her.
She's in 64, obviously.
We don't know her.
She's Ant's favorite character.
64 only sold like 30 million units.
Well, anyway, that leads into a more important update, is that rumors are going around about GBA connectivity to N60 or GB.
I knew I forgot something.
Yeah, well, I think that was last month, but I don't know. But I think it's more so about the connectivity to golf.
Oh, wait, hold on. So if we get GB on Switch, that means we could potentially be seeing 5 Zelda games this year. Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Minish Cap, and the Oracle games.
Link's Awakening will come first. And
no, I think
Minish Cap is probably not coming till next year, knowing them.
Minish Cap, okay, besides the Link Between Worlds, Minish Cap is the best 2D Zelda.
I'm scared of that game. I'm scared of that game because I'm a completionist at heart. So when I see those little tokens, I'm just like, ugh.
No, that game is a joke. That game is a gem.
You almost said joke. Sorry.
Like, I mean, the hat is quite funny. But no, I really am hopeful that this is true. I think it is, and we'll see it in the September Direct, like usual. Normal Switch members will get not GBA. Game Boy and Game Boy Color, and Expansion Pass will get GBA. It just makes sense.
Do we really think it's coming in this month, or we're gonna see it in September like we always do?
I think we'll see it in September, and it'll come out either in September or in October, November, like N64 did.
Okay.
I think their mindset is, hey, around that time, people's memberships are starting to lapse. We need to get them to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we'll see it in September. They've got plenty of stuff coming out in the summer. They really don't need one more thing, really. Doesn't mean they won't, but we'll see.
I think we also might see Torna come to the expansion pass, probably.
I don't think Torna. I think we're going to see the Zelda DLC next.
Oh, really?
I think we're going to see... Yeah, I think we're going to see the Master Trials and whatever it is, Trial of the Sword.
What if we get, because they're trying to close the direct, I think I said this last time, I'm probably retracing my steps here, but...
You're all good.
Imagine if they said, if you're an NSO expansion pass member, you get access to the entirety of the Wii U and 3DS library on your Nintendo Switch.
But why would they do that? The entire Wii U library is already on the Switch.
Not the digital exclusives.
Hey,
not the virtual console.
Get announced, the Wii U is gonna have like 5 exclusives that mean something.
Meme Run.
I mean,
and Color Splash.
Paper Mario, Yoshi's Woolly World, Star Fox Zero, Nintendo Land.
Again, digital exclusive.
Xenoblade X.
Virtual
but yeah,
console,
I know what you
mean. Meme Run.
Meme Run.
I don't know what else they have digitally.
There you go. But
DSiWare.
I think it's possible. I don't. Not the Wii U stuff. No, that's not happening. But I think it's definitely gonna more likely than not that we're seeing Game Boy and Game Boy Advance this year.
Yep.
All right, one last thing before we wrap up the show, and it's kind of smaller. I should have structured this a little bit better, but who cares? We got a new trailer for Fire Emblem Three Hopes. I believe this was the trailer that showed off your player character and that Byleth is the villain in this game.
I did not watch the trailer. That's surprising.
Yeah, it's they've been releasing trailers to show off the playable characters in all the houses.
Mm-hmm.
But this was the first trailer that kind of started getting it going.
Are they both canon now, or male and female? Is that what I heard?
I think the genders are canon. I'm not sure if the story can be canon.
Okay.
So I don't know how you make the main playable character in Three Houses the villain in Three Hopes and call it canon.
I thought it was gonna be like the golden route or something.
I thought it was too, and then there's just like, haha, psych.
Haha, psych, everything you thought.
But the fun thing is, this game is gonna have like 45 playable characters because literally every single student so far that's been announced is all playable, and we're just waiting to see the golden deer. I think we're already up to like 25 characters.
Shoot.
It's insane. It's cool.
Oh, man.
You good?
Oh. I think... Oh, no. Sorry, I was looking for my... Did I delete it? My predictions from the beginning of the year to see if I was just looking for it, but I didn't mean to stop the whole thing, but I thought I deleted it, so I freaked out.
Good.
Why can't I find it? Oh. That's why. Okay. Never mind. We're good. Sorry, I don't really care about Three Hopes.
No, I don't even remember my predictions all that well, and I know mine were quite bad this year so far.
Yeah. Well, so far mine has been so good.
I mean, I was expecting Breath of the Wild 2. I was expecting a new Fire Emblem game, not a Warriors sequel, but and I definitely didn't think Gen 9 was coming this year.
No.
So, yeah. But all right, anything else you want to discuss before we wrap this episode up?
Nope, just a short and sweet month.
All right.
Actually,
well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully in the next couple weeks or so, we will be back for our Summer Direct predictions because it's getting about that time where we should be hoping for Nintendo to give us that spicy Zelda news and everything else,
or
I guess.
lack thereof.
Hey, that'll be painful.
And don't forget to tune in for next episode where we talk about the Direct and lack of Zelda. And
we won't be talking about that in the next episode.
With our... Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. I'm stupid.
Stay tuned for 2 months from now.
2 months from now, where we have our special guest, Scott the Waz. Oh, I'm just kidding.
AKA the Scott the Waz puppet I've been crocheting for the last 6 weeks.
Scott the Waz from Five and Below that we found off the street.
You don't have to be mean about his height.
What? I was saying a 99-cent ripoff joke.
I was making a short joke.
So you're making fun of his height. He I think he is pretty short. He's shorter than all his friends, right?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.